Follow along with your other holds, okay? And we're going to set it for a video review on July, well, probably a non-transport review on July 18th, but you can do it sooner after you talk to your lawyer and decide what you want to do. But that way, we're just going to keep track of you while your other stuff is going on, okay?
Okay.
All right, that's it, Ben. Your city public defender will be out to talk to you at some point.
Thank you.
Okay.
Let's see.
What's your name?
Is there a president?
All right, Mr. President, I'm seeing you on a threats case from April 28th of this year. Are you waiting for a bed? Is that what's going on with you on your probation case?
No, I believe my probation is revoked.
Oh, so you're just serving time?
Yeah, I think I'm like probably going to prison or something.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna leave this for tomorrow and let your attorney decide, when she wants Judge Blue to see you again. So I'm just gonna set it for tomorrow at 9:30 when it was originally set, your other case. And then they can decide what they want to do with you. But I didn't want to put it off because I didn't know what was going on with your felony. So that's Ms. Brunner, right, is your lawyer, I think, in city court. So I'll appoint her on this one and then they'll figure out tomorrow what they want to do with you. Okay?
All right.
All right. And that's it. That's all I'm seeing you on tonight. All right. Hi, counsel.
Hey, Judge.
All right. What's your name, sir?
Eric Jason Masters.
All right. I am seeing Mr. Masters on a warrant out of Superior Court, it looks like, for a drug paraphernalia and dangerous drug possession. From May 8th of this year. And he does have other holds, so I don't know what you guys want to do. I know that the county attorney is recommending no bond. I mean, release to pretrial. But he's got a $200 bond on a threats charge in city court. Now, I don't know when that's set for. So what do you want to do, counsel?
I wasn't aware of those holds. I'd be fine with a nominal bond just so he gets credit.
Okay, all right. But given or I can just release him and he'll probably get out on the city court case soon, but it's up to you guys.
I'll defer to Ms. Baumgartner, whatever her preference is, I'm good with it.
Okay.
Judge, we're gonna concur with the PTS recommendation. It sounds like he's being seen tomorrow on the city court matter.
All right, then I will appoint the public defender to represent Mr. Masters, no alcohol or illegal drugs, released to pretrial services, and the arraignment will be May 19th at 1:30.
Your Honor, could I say something, please?
If your lawyer thinks it's a good idea.
I was just gonna thank her.
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sure. Okay, just make sure you tell your public defender that you got out on this, so that they can argue
Yes.
that tomorrow. Tell your city public defender.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. Oh. Who's? So is Mr. Shanks coming in now or?
Yes, Your Honor, this is Corrections Officer Garcia. I have Mr. Shanks here.
Oh, great. Okay, we will do him next.
It's not.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, so Mr. Shanks is there at the hospital. Mr. Shanks, can you hear us?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I am seeing you on a charge from May 6th. You're charged with possession of a dangerous drug, possession of a narcotic drug, possession of a dangerous drug for sale, possession of a narcotic drug for sale, and possession of drug paraphernalia. And the public defender is here at court, so she will argue on your behalf, okay?
Okay.
All right, and counsel, the state is asking for a $10,000 bond.
Judge, he's clearly in the hospital and has been since the 7th, so getting close to a week here. I don't believe a $10,000 bond is necessary. I know he has 4 pending misdemeanors, so we'd be asking for something more like $2,000.
I will appoint the legal defender's office to represent Mr. Shanks. I will note that he's a poor risk as far as failures to appear according to pretrial services. So I will hold him on a $5,000 bond, released to pretrial services if posted, And then the preliminary hearing will be the 22nd. And I'll let you all figure out if that's gonna work or not, but we'll set it for now. Then, Mr. Shanks, you have some old city court cases. Criminal trespass, criminal damage, drug paraphernalia. I'm gonna release you on those. And
Thank you.
a city public defender. And what we're doing is we're gonna set it way out for July 18th. And then you can talk to your city public defender and see if you want to have it heard earlier or if you want to wait and see what happens with your felonies. So, but you'll have a city public defender that'll talk to you about that, okay?
Okay.
All right. And that's it, I think, for Mr. Shanks' officer.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Check and see.
I'm sorry, I think I'm just said.
No, you're fine. You're good.
Anyone?
And Judge, I'll need just a second.
With
This is
Mr.
text.
Aguilar.
Yes.
Okay, and it looks like he has other holds, right? So, okay. Am I supposed to be putting that out date when I do that judge close date? Am I also supposed to do that close date for the other judge?
I'm trying to get a your job.
Okay.
On service.
Okay, Judge, we're ready.
Okay. All right. What's your name, sir?
Gilberto Aguilar Jr.
All right, Mr. Aguilar, you are charged with aggravated assault on a peace officer and did I get a county attorney recommendation? I'm not seeing it. Maybe it's stuck in here somewhere. Did you make one for me, Mr. Hutchins?
For Gilbert Aguilar, Your Honor?
Yeah.
Oh, I just show him as, maybe I'm just wrong on this. I showed him as a misdemeanor only, a JP misdemeanor.
He's listed as a misdemeanor, but I've got his felony. Oh, I don't have his felony complaint. I don't know, but he's listed by the jail.
If you, I can do one on the fly. If I can have like 1 minute, Your Honor, I can do it real quick.
Just a sec, let me see. What's Alma telling you? It was an added charge, but I didn't sign along. And actually, I was just going by what pretrial services said. So I don't even have a complaint. So yeah, but yeah, there's nobody. So I guess we're going to dismiss it because where did it come from?
It was just like.
By the jail? Okay, so I did, yeah, so it was an added charge by the jail, but I don't have a complaint. So should we just dismiss it and you guys can figure it out, Mr. Hotchkiss?
I guess so. Yeah, so if there's no complaint, there's no complaint. There's nothing to speak to tonight, and I don't think there'd be a basis to hold him on that alone tonight.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure, yeah, because I don't want to continue it because there's nothing
Right.
here. So we'll just call it dismissed and they can figure it out. Okay.
Okay.
So it is just misdemeanors then. Okay, so let me get rid of the felony. And then Mr. Aguilar, what you have then, oh, you do have a misdemeanor justice court domestic violence with a failure to appear. And that's from 2022. And then what do you have here? You have from the new cases from today, you have a disorderly conduct, 2 counts. And a failure to appear on a drug paraphernalia out of city court from 2023. So on your misdemeanor domestic violence out of justice court, oops, I am going to hold you on a $750 bond, which is what was set because this is so old and it hasn't been taken care of.
I understand.
And I will appoint I will appoint Amanda Bynum to represent you and set it for tomorrow at 1 PM on that one.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And then on your city court cases, let me see what they are. I am going to order you not to get on any city buses, okay? And no contact with the victims.
Yes, that's no problem.
No city buses right now. I am gonna release you and set it for June 11th at 9 o'clock. So you'll probably be out of JP court custody by then. So come to court June 11th at 9 o'clock.
June 11th, I am.
Yep, and they'll give you paperwork for that, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
And that's it, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Please.
All right, ma'am, you are charged with domestic violence, disorderly conduct, and domestic violence assault. And give me a second. 'Cause that's not-
You're fine. Thank you.
Oh, okay. So I am going to order you not to go to Miss Van Noren's house. No alcohol or illegal drugs, no acts of domestic violence. And I'm gonna release you and you need to come back to court on May 22nd at 10:30 or a warrant will issue for your arrest on your justice court case. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then you have a really old city court case.
Yes, I was trying to call about that. What do I do to get that taken care of?
I'm gonna figure it out. It looked like some of it's been expunged, which I have no clue what we expunged. Let's see.
Oh, shoot.
So doesn't that mean that the marijuana charge should be gone? And that prescription drug would stay? Because it's marijuana ones are the ones that are.
Right, and stuff like that on the interventions.
Okay,
So I'm not sure exactly how.
okay,
What
okay,
how to go about that.
okay. All right, it looks like the marijuana charge got dismissed, but it's showing on the paperwork. But I think that when you go to court, it'll show that the marijuana charge gets expunged because of the law. But you still have the prescription drug charge and the drug paraphernalia charge. So I'm gonna release you on that and come to court so they can clear up that record part of it too. But come to court June 11th at 2:30 in city court, okay? Or you'll just keep getting warrants on the charges that are low.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Okay, so I have one for June 11th and then for May 22nd, right?
Yeah, in different courts. So
Okay.
they'll give you the minute.
Okay.
at least.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
There's with the females. Just sell them? Yes.
Hello,
Hello, what's your name?
Sarah Gasella.
Oh, you tried to domestic violence, criminal damage, domestic violence, disorderly conduct. I'm gonna order you not to have any contact with Victor Beloff, not to commit any acts of domestic violence, and you need to come back to court on June 10th at 1:30 in city court, or a warrant will issue for your arrest, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Really?
What
Okay,
was the time again? I'm sorry.
1:30, they'll give you the pay.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Go ahead, please.
Thank you.
Anderson.
What's your name?
Darren Henderson.
All right, you're charged with violating a court order. Your last release was no return, no contact, and 2 counts of domestic violence, disorderly conduct. So I am going to order you not to have any contact with Karen Ruger or James Haddle, not to return to their residence, no alcohol or illegal drugs, no acts of domestic violence. I am going to appoint the city public defender's office to represent you. And I am going to hold you on a $2,500 bond, and your next court date is May 21st at 1:30.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
May 21st at 1:30.
Yep.
So I'm released today then?
No, I'm holding you on a $2,500 bond, so.
Well, how do I take care of that?
Just go downstairs, take a seat. I'll talk to you in a moment, okay? We'll be.
Sonia.
What's your name?
Jelena Holguin.
All right, you're charged with domestic violence.
I don't know what either. Yeah.
You will send the sheriff from the screen.
Just.
Go down, around, sit there.
Okay. I'm good. Checking. Okay.
All right, what's your name, sir?
You?
Hold on. Can I give her your full name?
Gabriel Michael Armandares.
All right, you're charged with domestic violence, aggravated assault, and the state's asking for only a $7,500 bond. Counsel, did you want to be heard?
Yes, Judge. I'm asking that we continue it to tomorrow morning to verify housing away from the victim. He doesn't have any felony or misdemeanor priors, so I think he is a good candidate for release to pretrial services. We just need that housing confirmed, which he can provide to pretrial services.
Okay. I will continue it till the morning then.
Thank you, Judge.
Just take a seat.
Keith.
Okay.
Hello.
What's your name?
My name is Shay Balf.
All right, you are charged with possession of a dangerous drug, possession of drug paraphernalia, and you may be eligible to participate in a diversion program called STEPS that requires you to participate in a plan specific to your needs for a short time. If you choose to participate and complete the program, these felony drug accusations in your arrest report will be permanently dismissed without you ever being formally charged. Are you interested in learning more about the STEPS program at your next hearing?
Your Honor, I've done the STEPS program once before, and I'm willing to do this again if that's an option.
Is it, Mr. Hotchkiss? They get to do it more than once?
I think so, because I believe all simple possession drug cases, unless there are other charges in addition to that, flow through the STEPS court program.
Okay.
I don't know if he would be eligible for the diversionary option, but he's eligible to participate in that court process and avail himself of treatment and so forth.
Okay. All right, great. Then I will appoint the public defender, no alcohol or illegal drugs, released to pretrial services. The STEPS hearing is May 19th at 9 o'clock. And then do you guys want to waive the time on
Yes.
this? Okay, so can you get me Alma 45-day? June 26th at 1:30 will be the preliminary hearing. So, Mr. Balfour, you have a criminal trespass out of city court from 2020. and it's from 4050 East Grant Road. And if you want to plead guilty to that today and give up, oh no, I lied. You already pled guilty and it's a diversion failure. So let me see, I can just sentence you to it and we can get it over with. So the diversion failure was, if what the diversion plea that you agreed to was that if you finish the diversion class, the charge would be dismissed. If you didn't, you would be on 12 months of unsupervised probation with a $300 fine, 250 would be suspended. So I'm just going to sentence you to that since you didn't complete the diversion and enter that guilty judgment, because that's the agreement you entered with them, okay? So 250 suspended, finding you guilty of criminal trespass. So you owe $50 to city court and you're on 12 months of unsupervised probation. Don't return to, these are such horrible minute entries. No return to that address on Grant, 4050 East Grant.
Judge, I think there is some dispute on whether the diversion was completed. So I'm not sure he understands enough to accept a sentence at this point.
The attachment was that you failed to enroll in it at all. So did you take the diversion class?
Diversion for the trespassing?
Uh-huh.
No, I didn't. I had no idea what you were talking about. I did not do that diversion class.
Okay, and you had signed the agreement and you agreed, you pled guilty. And
Yes.
you agreed that if you didn't complete the diversion class, then we would enter a judgment of guilt. So that's where we are. So basically, you've got a $50 fine out of all this project and don't go back to that incident location. How can you pay that $50? Do you want me to just say by September 1st and you can make payments to city court until it's done?
Yes, please.
So let's do that. I'll do by September 1st. So that gives you all summer to come up with, oh, there's a $20 time payment fee. So $70, okay? All right. That takes care of that. And then come back and do steps, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Yeah.
Out the door, down the stairs.
Was that towards?
Yeah. Dave, I'm sorry. There, settle down. Wrong way, man. There we go.
No. Hello.
What's your name, ma'am?
Yvette Dela Garza?
All right, you're charged with domestic violence, criminal trespass, and aggravated domestic violence. Counsel looks like she's got a hold and the state's asking for a $2,500 bond. Do you object to that?
Given the hold, we do not object.
Then I will appoint the public defender to represent Ms. De La Garza. No contact with Melissa De La Garza, no return to her residence, no alcohol or illegal drugs, no acts of domestic violence. $2,500 bond, pretrial services if posted, May 22nd at 1:30 is the preliminary hearing.
Okay, thank you.
Those guys.
No.
What's your name, sir?
David Alexander Matheson Rosecrans.
All right, you're charged with aggravated domestic violence. And counsel, the state's asking for a $15,000 bond.
We're asking that you consider pretrial release for a much lower bond than requested. It looks like the victim will not remain at the residence. They would like contact and don't object to release. So there's no safety concerns from their end. He does have verified housing and employment. It looks like he doesn't have, or his last prior is from 2020. He doesn't have an active NVCA flag, and he's only scoring a 2 on the NCA, 3 on the FTA. So we're asking you to give him a chance on pretrial, otherwise a much lower.
Okay. Well, I am going to not agree with Ms. Lopez on this one. So I'm going to order no contact with her and no return to her residence, wherever she is living. No alcohol or illegal drugs, no acts of domestic violence, no guns. I will appoint the public defender. I'm going to hold Mr. Rosekrantz on a $10,000 bond, pretrial services if posted, and the preliminary hearing will be May 22nd at 1:30.
Please.
Hello,
What's your name, ma'am?
Teresa Russell.
All right, Ms. Russell, you are charged with DUI with minors in the vehicle, ×2, possession of a dangerous drug, and drug paraphernalia. Mr. Hotchkiss, I'm thinking of releasing to pretrial. Did you want to be heard on your recommendation any further?
Your Honor, we would submit on what we've already provided. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I find that Ms. Russell doesn't have any history of DUIs, no criminal history at all, at least that pretrial could find. So I am going to appoint the public defender to represent her. No, don't drive without a valid license, no alcohol or illegal drugs. I am releasing you to pretrial services, so you need to report to them and your attorney, and you need to come back to court for your preliminary hearing on June 2nd at 1:30, or a warrant could issue for you. All right, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Hello,
What's your name?
Tamisha Taylor.
All right, Miss Taylor. You are charged with possession of a dangerous drug, possession of drug paraphernalia from today. And you appear to be eligible to participate in a diversion program called STEPS. It only requires you to participate in a plan specific to your needs for a short time. If you choose to participate and complete the program, these felony drug charges in your arrest report will be permanently dismissed without you ever being formally charged. Are you interested in getting released and learning more about the STEPS program at your next hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But the state's asking for a $2,500 bond, Mr. Hotchkiss, because
FTA history, Your Honor, but first and foremost, also 4 prior felony convictions, but and also she's on felony probation at the moment. So all things considered, she needs to have a little skin in the game, in our opinion. Thank you.
all right, what's the defense idea?
Judge, given the felony probation claim, I don't see that there's a hold at this point. However, we'd be asking for, if you are going to impose a bond, no more than $1,000.
That's what I just typed in, $1,000, because I think that, oops, not on the shoplift, hold on. I think that Mr. Hotchkiss is right about her failure to appear history. So I will appoint the legal defender's office, no alcohol or illegal drugs, $1,000 bond, pretrial services if posted. The steps hearing will be May 19th at 9 o'clock, and the preliminary hearing will be May 22nd at 1:30. Then Miss Taylor has some misdemeanors. She has a shoplifted out of justice court. I'll hold her on $100 bond on that so she can get credit and appoint Amanda Bynum to represent her. And that will be set for tomorrow at 1 p.m. And then she has a couple of city court cases. And that is a failure to appear on a drug paraphernalia in March and failure to appear on a drug paraphernalia in October of last year. I'm going to release you on those, and I am going to give you a city public defender so they can follow along with your felony. And I'm going to set it way out for July 18th. And that way, if they want to set it early, then your public defender can do that. Otherwise, they'll wait and see what happens with your felony and go from there. All right. So, and that is it, you all. Thank you. Have a good night.
Yeah, have a good evening.
Hey, Judge.
An old cowboy went riding out one dark and windy day. Upon the ridge he rested as he went along his way. When all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw, plowing through the ragged sky and up a cloudy draw. Their brands were still on fire and their hooves were made of steel. Their horns were black and shiny and their hot breath he could feel. A bolt of fear went through him as they thundered through the sky, for he saw the riders coming hard, and he heard their mournful cry. Yippee-i-oh, yippee-i-ay. Ghost riders in the sky. Their faces gaunt, their eyes were blurred, their shirts all soaked with sweat. They're riding hard to catch that herd, but they ain't caught 'em yet. They've got to ride forever on that range up in the sky, on horses snorting fire. As they ride on, hear their cry. As the riders whipped on by him, you heard one call his name. If you want to save your soul from hell, riding on our range, cowboy, change your ways today. With us you're gonna ride, trying to catch the devil's herd across these endless skies. Yippee-i-oh, yippee-i-ay. Ghost riders in the sky. Ghost riders in the sky. Ghost riders in the sky.